came into the party today. Here's the two squads. You can see a lot of faces you might recognise on the Fnatic side, maybe not so much on the Grayhound side of the equation. Making their debut here at the Major and showing us what they're made of. Some close games, but need to start posting some wins now. As we get into the second map momentarily, I assume it's now going to be Fnatic on the CT side, as this is the Grayhound pick, as we mentioned. Sounds like ready to get into the action. Let's have a look at the buys. 2 smokes, a couple of flashbangs. Many options available to you on the T side of other parts of this pistol. The 2 smokes suggest they could go towards A after the default. But this looks like something a little bit more avant-garde. I have 4 players making their way towards the connector position. Dick Stacey to lead the charge. Crim's difficult position to play, but certainly a tricky spot to flush out as well.
Roland waiting does spot them out. Remember, Twist is beside the door. They won't even look that way. Oh, he's got to hit the shots though, surely. Twist, he comes up shy. Malta trades off Exist. Roland's backed away. He might get out of it though. He might just get out of it to get back to the site, but really is a race, and they'll wrap around from the park side. He knows that. Flash even, and well, excuse me, that's a smoke that went behind the bank truck. Tons of exchange. JW actually got the shot instead of Broland because he's joined in to help his teammate, having retreated back from long. Broland, aware bomb's gone down, will swing out. Sees the flash coming a mile off. Oh, he considered the truck, didn't he? But Dick Stacey pops out to find 2 in the end, and JW was being a little cheeky there, wasn't he?
Absolutely. It was a good round, though, from Grayhound, I have to say. The fact that they were able to shut down that crossfire was actually looking like it was almost perfect. They had one player towards the bathrooms, watching the connector, taking all the attention away for the player tucked in the corner there. Couldn't hit the shot, so that was a real problem, and then they were just struggling at that point. Grayhound start that map with a successful pistol campaign, and there will be no force buy in the second. It's not like Inferno. Other parties want to get the guns out in the third round, and we'll see nothing purchased apart from a PT50 for Twist as we enter round 2 here. In terms of the rifle setup, only 1 from Grayhound. We've seen this a lot from them. They seem to focus on the SMGs quite a lot in the early stages of the game. I feel more comfortable with 3 rifles and a couple of SMGs, but each to their own. There's Dexter, 1 kill in the previous round. Looking to add to that total now. Looking in the same position. Exist will be there. Nice headshot. $600 in the bank for him. Dick Stacey with that only rifle needs to be careful. Had no backup with him. He does nail the shot, but put it all on the line there. Urkus will solidify their chances of making this one a clean round. As he makes his way towards A. Probably goes down at this point, somehow surviving, but Broland will eventually get him, but he's been taken out at 8 himself. Dexter with his second, and now Twist. Not really much can be done about this now. 1 more kill would be about as good as it could possibly get.
Doing everything he can to try and sneak around his Twist. Backs off. P250 still in hand. Gotta love all those noise cues, right?
Exactly.
It's frustrating though. You're like, I know you're there, but what am I supposed to do about it?
Well, he does do some damage, but it's just a matter of time before he's taken down. He's hoping he can maybe get 1 kill here, but not going to happen. Also will avoid the blast as well, it looks of things. So only 1 kill found. That was Broland picking it up. He's got $5,000 there. So the problem is, all Fnatic have enough of the AWP. There certainly will be a few players that can afford it, but not much else. You wouldn't better get the armor, for example, and exactly that. JW had exactly enough cash for the AWP and nothing else. He played the map correctly. Not the end of the world. That's why he goes to a position like long, where he'll just have straight up sniper duels or very long range AK engagements. We'll see. You can see no smokes at the 1 minute 40 mark on the CT side. That is a scary prospect, to say the least. They have a couple of flashbangs, they have no kits, and a glass cannon sniper. That's why Twist has to play in this sort of position towards short to even just get the jump on the terrace that could be coming round. Dick
Stacey out toward long. He's got a company out there, but it's way back behind the water closet sign. In fact, beyond that, behind the flowers. And on some Saturday nights, Flowers are considered water closets.
Sometimes. We've all been there at one point in our life. Some more than others.
It's true. Twist has been in the right spot many times, it seems, as he catches out Urkist. Didn't even commit to the full flank either, just got the kill and backed off because he knows there's uncertainty still on the Grayhound side as to whether or not they want to go onto the A side. Pretty much going to to that now, though. Through the smoke?
Yep.
That's pretty solid. Gets the bomb down as well. Dexter's going to try and make a play for this. 36 seconds Molotov in. They have gone by the park sign, but not found the player sitting in its possession. They have now. Crims goes down. Sterling backs up with a secondary Molotov to hold JW at bay, but that's not enough. He's got the corner. He's got the shot.
Well, there it is. We did say that was going to be a very difficult round for Fnatic to pick up. We were at 1 minute 40. They had no smokes or even basic utility available to them, but they played it well. They managed to shut down that long approach, especially the shot through the smoke. Got it lucky, if you will, but JW, I'm sure he had some cues and it was calculated. Round 4, and it looks like we're going for an eco here on the Grayhound side. They actually had enough to get a pretty decent buy, to be fair. They had at least 3 rifles there and some SMGs or Deagles. Dick Stacy, or Dexter I should say, could actually have got an AWP as well, but they've gone for just a couple of Deagles and PT-50s here, nothing else, not even Kevlar or any grenades. A very passive approach. JW misses that shot, but he gets the information they are eco at least. That PT-50 sound is very easy to recognize.
Broland standing tall. Gets one already, but backs off. A couple of tap shots. Interestingly, he likes to go away from long, and it's a smart decision because now they can set a crossfire with JW, who's already got the op in position. Crim's finding one. Broland works immediately back in as they peeked in the wrong direction. Right direction for Broland. He knew exactly what he was doing when he went left rather than right. Orkest bomb down to, well, now just in front of him. The Deagle, and that is all. Crims has the angle, and it's 2-2 already as Fnatic starting to mount some economy and efficiency on their CT side. They've got an AK carried over, did I see? Yes, they do. They have one on Exist.
They certainly do. JW with the AWP. Like I said, it's normally map dependent for this squad. Inferno, you'll see Twist use the majority of the time, but JW with the priority on this particular map. Sterling has his though. He hit some impressive shots on Inferno. They win the pistol and the follow-up round as well, but Fnatic now with a nice buy in hand, and we'll see whether they can continue the momentum here as we get deeper in the first half, round 5. And I was expecting some sort of aggressive play like this, considering, you know, it's our first gun round, they're just getting stable, and Crims is taking a bit of a risk here. He's certainly capable of pulling it off, but look what he's up against. The AWP Sterling. If he does challenge that angle any deeper than he was, he's going to go down, but biding his time. You can see now they've got Blowdown at the end of long, and there it is. Crims does challenge in the end, and there's a clean shot from Dexter to give them the advantage.
It's this back of the barrels trying to common spot behind them, but still use them as armor, if you will. Roland, oh, he did spot it just at the end, but not with enough time to really do anything to Dick.
Yeah, it's a good shot from him as well. Surely they're round. That's what we call the gamble stack. If they go A, you let them have it. If they do challenge B, you'll certainly give it a crack, but it looks like it's the former right now. Grayhound starting to position themselves. We're back to the other side of the map. Malta just holding on for the flanks. This is theirs. It's in the bag. They're going to take the lead back 3-2. CTs will just try and hold on to the AWP, the AK, the M4. Like we said, that money is pretty decent, so if they save those, they've definitely got to buy it for the next round. As long as Grayhound don't overthink this and try and fake. What's their play? They're posturing right now. It looks like they will commit. JW with the AWP, I guess he might as well have a little sniff around, see what's available to him. If he can deny a bomb planted through the smoke, we know he's capable. That could be pretty outstanding, but it looks like the bomb's down and the round is over. They will just hold on to their weaponry.
Yeah, absolutely they will. So this does give some momentum back to Grayhound. 5 players staying alive as well. Twist still has that AK. JW still has the AWP, so the 2 guns they really need to hold on to. One more than the other. They will. For now, that's not a foregone conclusion. You can see the X-ray looming large in the distance as Malta is swinging all the way around. He'll spot Twist, certainly. Well, pre-fire pop toward the fence, though, and they now know that he's coming from that direction, so I imagine they'll be ready. when he does try to peek, get decent damage. Twist was low, nothing they could do. Bomb got no, Dexter got JW. I was looking at the HP when the bomb went off. Either way, the op is lost. So too now the AK-47. No gun saved on the CT side. And despite not having a ton of money built up for Grayhound, that's not a bad thing to have happen, because they can start to mount on the fact that they've got the AWP, they've got all AKs.
Yep.
They got the last round, and they forced out a last buy from Fnatic.
Yeah, that was actually very, very good from Grayhound there to get those final few kills. You can see what it's done to Fnatic here. What should have been a nice clean buy, considering they got to save through weapons, it's turned into a bit of a nightmare. The shotgun's out, the FAMAS in hands exist. They have got the ult now for Twist, so mixing it up, and for good reason. He's gone towards Monster and actually nailed the first shot. They've got a boost now, looking towards that short pipe. Crims was taken down by Dexter before. Looking for a bit of revenge here. There he is. On the other side, same position, but looks like their smoke has dissipated. They'll have to fall back. You can only hold that boost for 15 seconds or so while the smoke is covering you. And at that point, you've got to fall back. Grimzo will continue to hold short. And this looks likely to be a B execution. They've got 4 players outside Monster. They could just go for a contact player at the back of the orb, challenging the barrel. If he gets the pick, they all just explode in. And that's normally who you want to be going first in this sort of scenario. So Sterling will lead the way. Flash goes over. He challenges barrels. If he gets the kill, that's enough. But there's no one actually there. There's just Crims. He's off towards short as well. So that's the B side open. They can get a plant for free out of this. They smoke short.
Crims is pushing all the way around. He's got Dexter. Now they should be aware of the fact that they've opened up Monster entirely. The fact he's swung so far, they've got the sight, but the flame's down. Dick Stacy can't yet get in position, and that's actually enabled them to get not only a boost in position, but Crims back toward the sandbags as well. Thankfully, the smoke allows them not only to plant, but back away. AWP for Sterling. JW wants to go against him with a shotgun.
He's timing it well, though. Not quite well enough. Urkist will have to be the saviour of Grayhound here. Nice opening kill. Can he get a second? Absolutely wow. He can. All of a sudden this round turns in his head, and Sterling knows exactly where the AWP is. It looks like they're out of luck here. It's down to Crims now, who opened up the flagging, but time is ticking away. He touches the bomb. He has not got the kit. Has to find his kill straight away. I don't think he quite has it. Nobody knows it.
Urkist did so well there. He was blinded. Brolin, I thought, absolutely 100% had that kill, and then it just slipped away from him, it seemed. Urkist got it, vision restored, found the second from the bottom of the stairs as well. That was all him that won that round at that point.
The only chance they had of winning that is if Urkist goes off in that position. He was low HP as well. The fact he gets that second kill, and by Sterling, enough time there just to spot the barrel, nail that orb shot, it was absolutely everything. Crims scrambling towards the end of the round. He gets the kill, but as we saw, no kit. Means he has to fall back and just relinquish the round, and he saves the orb, and he'll hold it considering he's got the armor. You don't see him use the weapon too often. This should be another one on the board for Grayhound. You can see why they want to play this map. They seem very comfortable with their quite basic approach, but hitting the shots, they're aware of the flanks, and this is what we call a contact play. You walk into the bomb site until you've been detected, then you explode together through the choke point.
Smoke down. Dick Stacy ahead of that already, wrapping in. Wanted to find both kills, but Twist got him back and actually was able to get the AK. Ooh.
Not for long though.
Yeah. Alright guys, I got a gun. Let's get ready for I'm dead. That's a pretty good nade.
Well, Crims might as well save this now. JW, a chance to find a kill. Crims will connect his shot, but can't really go much further than that. Spoiler will be the bodyguard now. As they try and hold on to the sniper. Gotta just hold in the bathrooms, it seems. All 3 players of Grayhound holding the B site. Nice contact play for them. Like I said, nothing too technical there. Just knowing the money's to be weak on this side of the map, and the orb is unlikely to go towards B. If anything, it challenges like connector, long or middle. Those will be your 3 primary objectives with an orb saved. And they do stack B up against the pistols. So that was a nice call from Grayhound. Bit of a risk, contact play against pistols, but they make it work. And now looking to take us to that 3rd map, Mirage. They are yet to win a map in this tournament. Same story for Fnatic. Remember, this is a 0-2 game. The number 1 seed, not living up to expectations whatsoever so far. They win the first map convincingly. Second one proving troublesome though. 5-2 down on the CT side. JW with the sniper this time.
On the railing as well. Look toward connector. Malta slides back down towards short tunnel. Watch for Brolan. He's out toward the fountain. Very aggressive position. Sterling had it right. Narrow miss. Didn't have a big target to fire at, in his fairness, but it was extremely close. Brolan's going to back off. That was a warning shot, if anything. They'll get back. After killing off Malta, they've got the advantage, so more passive required. Spotted. Brolan, good reaction time, but not really much you could do with an M4 in that position. Even if he did hit a headshot, the second one wouldn't have landed in time. Dick Stacy's going to catch him retreating, and now we're back to front. 4JW, though, already to the park side. Finds Dexter for another. Urkus goes down, and watch out at long. He's going to peek once more. I don't really think Dick Stacy's up to the challenge.
I like that, though, from JW. That's more like it. He manages to hit 2 brilliant shots there, especially the second. Looked like he was done for, but at this stage, Grayhound's objective makes run as expensive as possible. Ambitious play from Dick Stacy, but my God, is it good. And he won't win the round, but he did a great job there, just removing money out of the pockets of Fnatic, as Crims will hold strong towards the end of the round. He recovers the AWP and gets 3 kills, but yes, lovely play there to get a nice double spray down in a round where they should have got nothing. So still maintaining the lead and actually keeping Fnatic relatively modest here. They have to invest a lot to get back into this round. It might even cost them almost everything. Brolan has been dropped the weapon, has he got to buy? He's got to buy, so all of them very low cash. Apart from Crims, who survived, he's got $2,200. Lose this, harsh reset. They've been doing so well in this B bomb site, Matt, why not? Let's give it another go. Molotov towards short, they managed to commit to the rush here, and they've boosted. They might be in a lot of trouble here, Fnatic. Both Exist does keep them alive for now. Great smokes down, and good headshots as well.
Nade for further damage. Nearly got Dexter because it was a double nade. There was one that landed just before that. He's on 25 as he scurries away, probably limping at this point. Down 2 already. Fnatic looking to find a 4th round, close the gap. Grayhound's in this, no question, with how the T-side's going so far. They don't have a lot of money left over at this point in time. Likewise, Fnatic don't have a lot in reserve. Efficiency is going to be everything for them, as Malta's already toward the sandbags as well. Dexter's off elsewhere. His job to check out the map because they've already been halted at B.
It's Existor is posting big numbers on Inferno as well. He finished top fragger with 20 plus kills. This is the very important round. He's delivered the goods. Not over just yet though. Dexter doesn't check the close range angle and will be punished for it. Pretty common position, but overlooked this time. And it's Malta and Urkus to have to pull this back with a couple of flashbangs. They have got the bomb. If they get that planted, that'll be a miracle in itself.
Fine from Exist again, just being patient, calculated, knowing that they've got to go somewhere, and waits to see if it'll be Monster. It was. Just one between them now. Crims leads the way this time on 10, at least for the Fnatic side. Dick Stacy's tied with him with the equal amount. Fight's fairly even on both sides, really.
Yeah.
As the score indicates.
Sets the scene for a promising game, Matthew.
I mean, I hope so. So far, so good.
We've had blowouts in this stream all day. Let's see if Grayhound can actually get their first map of the tournament. That grenade suggests otherwise. My goodness, it did a lot of damage. JW doesn't have to be part of these fights at all. They have confirmed it's eco. They've already got a kill at this point. Let the rifles take care of it, and that's exactly what's happening here. Brolan, double spray down. Is there a kill there? Not quite. Sterling came within inches of finding the head of JW, but not going to happen. 5 kills between Brolan and JW as they tie things up 5-5. We're going to round number 11 here. Remember, this could be the final map of the tournament for Grayhound if they give this one up. A 0-2 game. It's kind of remarkable the Fnatic are here, but it's certainly recoverable. Just because they're at death's door doesn't mean they have to go through it. They can still recover and go 3-2. It's going to take an absolute grind now at this stage. But maybe that's what they needed, a wake-up call to get them built up to the level they have to be if they want to make it to the round of 16. AK is pretty much across the board on the CT side. JW already tagged up. He's probably going down here. His teammate Krim certainly is, unless he hits a remarkable shot here. He's done that. Is the trade coming through? Dexter's waiting for it. Flashbang now. He assumes the orb's on the other side, but it's not. It's the rifle. Great teamwork there from Fnatic. The old bait and switch works out perfectly. They put a low HP AWP there beyond the corner, but it's actually twisted the AK as they'll take the man advantage once again.
Absolutely so. Overcommitment perhaps to the peak. Got fooled, got foiled, and now it's the alternate approach. Back over toward A instead. From Grayhound, 3 players inside of the bathroom watching as well, because as we see it, Broland's out there. And again, he wants to play the long side. I think Stacy's considering it. Oh, he didn't. He thought he did.
They don't miss each other.
You're right. Broland has to look. I was going to say, he has to look back eventually, because he's left that wide open, and surely they're aware with communication that it's a possibility. So smartly, he's identified it, gotten the kill, leaving just Sterling and Erskit. Or Cass? Erskit? Skeet. Exist will take down Arcast inside of the site. Sterling gets the trade immediately back for the 1-3. HP low enough on 2, but unfortunately Twist is behind. That's going to give Sterling a death and Fnatic a lead.
Just to note as well on that engagement of Twist, once the grenade's thrown, you do get a sound cue that the grenade has been pulled and thrown.
Yes.
So either way, he would have checked it probably, but that obviously gave it away and he turned around. So by throwing that smoke, he actually sent himself to the grave. He did check the tight corner. It's unlucky he didn't go quite wide enough there as we get into another eco situation. But Grayhound, this time at least, making this a competitive half. Remember the 13-2 on Inferno to kick things off, but now, sure, the scoreline's against them, but it's only 6-5. They could actually end up winning this half still. They'll take an eco for now. Arcast with the CZ armor. Spends a bit more money than his teammates, but that loss bonus is racking up at this point. JW pretty standard position and pretty standard procedure for Dexter, it seems. The headshot comes out of nowhere just as he barrels through the smoke, and they're going to try and recover that orb, but Broland knows what they're up to, and he will get flashes from his teammate and do everything he can to deny that prospect.
Broland got wrapped around.
But be careful
there. Need not going to take anyone down. Significant damage to Urkist. Sterling's watching behind. He's got the AWP certainly ready. Twist is smartly not going to commit to this. He just wants to hold them at bay, hold them in place, make sure they can't rotate back around. I think he's got a certain kill here because Sterling's going to be looking down. Oh, he does! I thought his gun barrel would show. That's incredibly good awareness, not only to spot the player, but to make sure his gun barrel didn't stick out too far and give his position away.
And this is why in these sort of eco rounds, sure, it's fun to kill them with the AWP. You need to be very careful not to put that weapon away. They will win the round though, but you're absolutely right. Really, really well done there from Sterling to even have the presence of mind that a player could be on that ledge. It's a very tricky spot from all angles to clear out, but with the AWP, he goes very slowly indeed, takes him down, and that was a cue to get towards B. They assume the site will be open at that point, considering it's such a deep position from the CT, but it wasn't meant to be. No plan comes through, but still a successful eco there. They got the AWP out again. Sterling not hitting as many shots as you'd expect compared to what he did on Inferno. He has 5 in total. Remember, one of those came from that previous eco. They'll have the AWP this time though. Incendiary takes a little bit of HP off him. Actually puts him in 1-tap range of the M4. And of course the AUG. JW's been legged though, by the looks of things. How is he down to 15 already? Is it through the wall bang from Malta? I see.
So Broland again still out toward long and aggressively so by himself. He seems to be confident in these positions. He's a tree-hugging hippie this round. My favorite folk. Crim's will wait in the front side of the bathroom. He's not alone there. JW still with that AWP despite being tagged so significantly. He's still watching above the smoke. Broland shifted over. Ooh, bike handle. I think he clipped it. Doesn't matter because Dick Stacy's got him down instead. Twist getting aggressive opposing side of the map though. Does find Malta. Watch Dexter because he now isn't sure which way to go. Crims doesn't need to move on this end. If he rotates back around, he's no certainty of exactly the positioning toward long. They've already cleared out short. Arcast has gone back to Monster. Now they'll start to try and find position to execute on B. And execute might not be exactly that. They have 1 smoke, 2 Molotovs, but it'll be contact at the very least, and that seems more likely.
30 seconds. JW's here. Drops down to the water. Exist. Looked like he had that kill locked in. Remember, JW's low as well, so this whole position really isn't ideal. He might get one kill, but surely we trade it out. Gets himself in the spot. Bomb goes down, and here comes the trade. And there it comes. It's going to be a 2 versus 1. Crims has got to try and deny this plan. That HE designed to do exactly that. It won't connect, and the plan will be behind the pillar. That grenade actually gives up his position, of course. So now they know they can plant behind the pillar safely, and it's very unlikely that Crims can do anything with this. He has got the AUG, 100 HP, but the crossfire they have, I just don't even know how to begin this procedure of getting near the bomb and getting an isolated 1v1. He suspects a backstab as well. That's just wasting time.
It is absolutely gifting them about 7 seconds by the time he got back to it. Got one. I was wondering where Dexter was. He had all the time in the world to sneak up and make sure he could get that kill, but I suppose he wanted to confirm that he wasn't going to bait him into that position. Nonetheless, Grayhound find number 676, the total on round 14.
Great shot on entries was B-side, by the way. Otherwise, Zist had that one. Unrequited sinker. And with the AUG, especially, you'd think you'd get it. It wasn't 100 HP on the player that came through, but he hits a stunning headshot. Malta hasn't turned up to this map, but his teammates getting them through. On the T side of Overpass, 6 rounds is already enough. This is fine. They don't need to win this half. It's their pick. I'm sure they'll feel more comfortable on the CT side. A little bit of grenade damage there at the very start. That's about it. They're going to boost on the slide here. Allows you to look over towards the party position, see if anyone's pushed up, but you won't stay out there too long. Smoke towards bathrooms. And this time we've got the AUG with JW towards long. Brolan holding the bathrooms as he is smoked out, but he still has a gap there, so he can hold that position still. It's just allowing them to get deeper down middle if they so wish.
Twist. Good shot on Dexter already. He's been quiet. That's only his 7th kill. Considering how great he was on Inferno at times. JW still looking out toward long. Dick Stacy is in behind the rock. Gonna get one closer. Brolan knows it though. He's been excellent out there, I have to say.
He really has. Like we said, if you just caught us here, the youngest player in this tournament is 16 years of age, but you wouldn't know it by the way he plays. It's going to be Crims now. Smokes off. Brolan still there towards long. That sound cue gives up the position and Crims nails it. And it looks like a Fnatic run all day long. Can Sterling survive this? Certainly not. You're right, Brolan does a really, really good job there, and Crims especially denying the plan altogether. That removes cash from their pockets for this final round here. They've been reset, and they've got about $2,000, if that, per player going into round number 15. So they might even take a tactical timeout here just to work out how they can really break down the defenses here, but we'll see. Haven't seen many tactical pauses here at all between these two.
That's a good point. Especially coming here from London when we saw Avangard take them at every single possible
and this being a 0-2 game as well, you'd think you'd see a lot more timeouts.
In observation to that, okay, Fnatic has a coach, they've got Yumpy behind them. They don't on the Grayhound side.
Right.
So less need perhaps to bring a coach into it. Speaking of into it, it's Crims out the door and into the round with 2 quick kills as Malta has to hold off toward Twist. Watch exist. Still behind the barrels, well aware he's being overwhelmed, but Crims is still continuing to flank and he finds the bomb carrier. Nearly time to get Dexter. He's got him now. We had a lot of aces yesterday. 6. We might have another. Oh, denied. As Malta takes down Crims, I apologize for jinxing it. He doesn't have the bomb, however. It would have been very clever if he did now and ran toward A, but it's still down inside of the site. Yeah, aces and team kills yesterday. So many of each. Team kills we've seen today. Aces, at least on this stream, I can't... Someone called me out yesterday for not knowing that there was a third one on the other stream. I can't possibly cast this game and know that, so if there was
yes, you can. You should be able to.
You know what? According to Reddit, we were supposed to be gods among men. So, I would suggest that there's probably been 2 aces on the other stream. I'm just going to guess.
Fair enough. And Malta is going to need almost an ace to close this one out. 4 kills to be exact. That's not going to happen. 9-6 in favour of Fnatic. They're already a map up, looking to knock Grayhound out of this tournament. But remember, it is CD side of the map. It is by no means done. We'll take a quick break and see if Grayhound can come back into this and take us to a third.
is also brought to you in part by the sultry tones of Henry G.
And the power of
And
love
me.
of Valentine's Day.
It is Valentine's Day. Be kind to everyone today. Call your loved ones, your family, and tell them that you love them.
Do that every day,
Do that every day, but do it today.
especially today.
Yeah.
Try and have a day
Be friendly.
without any negativity.
Yes,
Try and forgive
basically
people.
just get off the internet.
So that's the good starting point, I would say. Either way, Dexter and Dick Stacy looking to deliver some pain here instead of love as they hold towards that connector, and it's actually getting a little bit chaotic here. So many players in this position. Oh, they're going to put this one back.
They have. Urkist is doing it. He's been a standout for me over the couple of rounds they've been in this, and certainly in this pistol. He's had moments of brilliance. Twist has one now as he finds Sterling. That'll allow him to put the bomb down as well inside of default. He's got all 3 kills so far for Fnatic, just to note. GW went forward. He couldn't really spot anyone ramping back in from the lower bomb site, but Malta, he's got there. He's gone to the bank stairs. He gets the shot on Twist. So the only man to get a kill so far for Fnatic gone, but JW's up to the task of closing it out. He will work with Crims to find one remaining player in Urkist, and he'll do it alone. 10-6. They've got the lead. They've got the momentum.
No strategy breakdown required there from myself. Fnatic going for the default, focusing on connector. They find 2 players there, take them down. As an absolute battle that ensues towards that position. So much presence from both teams, but Fnatic come out on top. They get towards that A side, bomb down, and at that point JW looked like he was having fun. He wanted all those frags. He's using those sound cues to make sure he could just dance around the bomb side. The round was guaranteed pretty much anyway. Even if he went down there, his teammate had it locked down in the 1v1, and they are going to force by here. Grayhound, just to note, this is a brave call. These scouts better deliver, because remember, this is the map. If they give it away, they are knocked out of the tournament. They would have not won a single map in the entire campaign. So scouts, 5-7s, MP7s here.
Just as with our game this morning, where we had our French team being successful on our stream and G2 suffering on the other,
Yes.
we've got our Australian team kind of suffering on this one, already down a map, now down in this map.
Ents, right? Sorry,
That's on this stream,
Yeah.
but it's Renegades playing Ents. They're on the opposite
Okay.
side again of this stream, where, again, French 1 was winning, 1 was losing, 1 is winning, 1 is losing. Renegades is up 1 map to nothing over Ents.
They've really turned their team around. No one's expected much from Renegades in a long time.
Yeah, it was the one time Chad even didn't have the Australian pride. Now they're doing better. Maybe he always has been the problem with Australia.
To be fair, he did leave over 2 years ago. They're just getting to
Yeah,
get him out.
but he's just let go of the pride.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
I see what you mean, yeah.
He's got his British citizenship, well, his passport now.
Yeah, true. They just need to get rid of him spiritually, and then they could
yeah.
get full power.
I think we're onto something there.
Well, here it comes. Dick, Stacy, and Kerry trying to defend B. They've done significant damage, at least to JW. He has one of the few rifles here. One of those scouts, they can have impact here, but they need to start delivering, and that's not bad at all. Back and forth we go. Dick Stacy trying to do what he can here. This is actually looking like they're enough. Grims will be dropped in the end. It's a scrappy finish, but Grayhound took the gamble with a force buy in the second. It actually works out for them. Fnatic, with a pretty basic B execution, took so much damage upon entry, and then so much presence from the CTs, managing to find the deagle headshots and rotate in, denying the plant as well, and there will be a force from Fnatic in response here. Deagle, CZs, and we all know what Fnatic have done over the years with these particular array of weapons. We'll see if they can replicate that form of old, especially the likes of JW, but he doesn't have his infamous CZ. You remember back in the day before the nerf of the CZ, he was actually like a god of this game, because the AWP CZ combo was just his bread and butter. He was just dunking people back in the day. But CZ now takes a lot longer to assemble.
Chris J was like that Tech 9.
That's true. When the Tech 9 was god, like, he could use that weapon like a rifle. Once he got a couple of all kills, Tech 9 went into the site, get a few more. Crazy days.
Dexter's still in the corner in front of the bathrooms. He's going to find 2, maybe more than that on the M4. He will indeed. He'll get parole in. That's 3 down. And the bomb included, leaving us with Crims only because Sterling was in on the mix. Great win from Grayhound. You force by, back against it, and nice shot. Get the win on it. Halt the momentum of Fnatic, and now you follow it up with a great round. Find yourself at 10-8, CT side of overpass. Not a huge advantage on the CT side, but certainly it is the side you want to be on. So this is on. This is certainly time you can, or we should remind you, and you can consider that Mirage is the third map. Malta takes down Crims, and here we go.
Fnatic full eco. Nothing can be brought here. Just to note, Crims 20 kills. Top fragger for Grayhound will be Dexter on 15, but the other players starting to come online now. This has to be a victory for them to take us to Mirage and keep that tournament life in contention. We'll see. P50s, that's about it. One flashbang, objective, get that bomb planted. Very difficult to do without the smokes or any firepower, but we'll see if they can sneak it in.
Dexter on the stairs just looked away just as they were coming around the corner, as is always the case. Made a bit of noise running back too. They might be able to pounce on him. Flash is out. They want to support the fact that they're trying to push on. But that flash may have actually helped because Sterling peeks out, exists through it. They were pre-committed to chasing him down. They would have been blinded partially by that. Nonetheless, it's all exists that remains. 1 and 4. It looked like there was potential. It actually was just a slaughter.
Well, you heard of that. Can a terrorist win? Sterling burning them out. 3-man spray down, got quite chaotic there, but no bomb planted, only 1 casualty. Pretty decent round overall. This is where it gets very spicy though. Will Grayhound be the first team to be knocked out of the tournament? Fnatic 6 rounds away from that. Grayhound though looked like they're on their feet after that second round force buy though. It was an absolute gamble to bring that to the table, but it worked out for them. You see the utility level on the Fnatic side low. So yes, they have a buy here, but not everything they need for a full round here. Dexter, pretty standard position. Use the shadows to see players walking towards the bathrooms, but presumably that's smoked as the default continues. Crims, we didn't really see that kill come in too often these days. The headshot as CT jump over for information. Because Dupree, they really started rattling everyone in that spot, and all of a sudden everyone stopped doing it. So go figure.
Triple boost coming in at the jungle position.
Don't see this from gun rounds too often, Matt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Urkis, you gotta face the corner, man. You can't not face the corner. You slide in a 3-man boost. Yeah, you don't really see it on gun rounds, do you?
Well, I guess that's why they got off it, because you commit 3 players to a solo position potentially for 1 kill, where they'll know there's 3 there once you get that frag. Dexter gets away with 1. Can he get the second? You better believe he can. That's not bad at all. Incendiary will actually find a little bit more time for the third. He gets the dink on exist. Takes him down to just 2 HP. Dexter's done a phenomenal job there. This round's still available for Fnatic, but someone's got to step up and go absolutely huge here.
Crims back in the corner, still trying to work inside of the site. You're right, this is Grayhound. Again, their map choice. We're now on CT side. Starting to show signs of comfort, confidence, and certainly chemistry. This is a problem. Great camera angle to show it. Do they know that Sterling's there? Are they going to look at it? Line up as well for the off. Whoa, if he had a swung on, taken the shot in time, that was 2 kills.
Oh, this could still be on for Fnatic, you know. This position in the corner.
Crims.
Oh, that actual mistake he made there, a play of the grenade might save him here. They're not going to check this spot now. Will they all run past him? They absolutely will. This is so good by Crims. What a godlike play. And I don't think it was intentional. It was just poor timing to pull the smoke out. And he realised, I don't actually have to fire anything here. I don't have to panic. And they pulled it back from a 5 versus 3. That is absolutely gutting.
I think you're 100% right. I think he would have absolutely taken the shot had the gunman in his hands.
Sure. He saw like a half second of panic there, then he realised he hasn't checked my position. I'm cool here. This is all fine. I don't know how they win that round, but Sterling, if he gets a kill there, you're right. If he even just got one of those kills, I think the round was done. But the fact Crims got himself tucked in the corner, and somehow the gods of timing were looking down upon him and smiling. He pulls up that smoke, and then all of a sudden he's got 3 players in front of his screen. It all works out, and they pulled the round off. We said something had to go massive. The only way they were going to win that round, and I guess you can count that as a massive play, to be fair, intentional or not.
Crims is going to wait. try and spot out at the jump position. Malta wants to get the lineup toward the end of the tunnel, but with that smoke down, Crims is well past that position. Waiting for that to land. Molotovs in the front of the bathrooms means Sterling have to go back to the site. Rotations as well afterwards, so a bit of utility and then jostling the map, if you want to call it that, though. Try and force the defense out of position. Radar suggestive right now. Keep in mind, Dexter is behind the smoke, and they were getting far too close for comfort. He's spotted before he can do anything with the position. Berlin takes him down.
Oh, Sterling. AWP didn't fire off his shots. It still has a chance to reposition here and equal the playing field. We'll see. Fnatic not giving him many opportunities here, but this is the first. Nails the shot. Exist goes down. No repeat. And he wants another as well. He suspects another, and he'll get that shot too. Can he get out of this alive? This is great play from Sterling.
Play Broland swinging around behind him, though. You're right. Sterling did great, except for one small neglect of consideration toward the front of the bathrooms. That's where Berlin was. He's on top of the truck now. Knows Dick Stacy's toward the dumpster. Desperate. Through the fence. Really, what else can you do? Or cast will flash high. That'll allow Dick Stacy in. But man, oh man, that Dick's on fire right now inside of the flames. He's got to be so careful at this point in time. Ball planted safe side in the corner. He wants to go aggressive. Orcus does too. That's going to give them a chance on this. Broland's far away. They don't know it though. They're not on the defuse. They could have easily held it. They could have easily got on top of it. They are now. Dick Stacy's on it, and Broland, he needs to swing. He needs to go immediately. It's a 10-second defuse, but Urcast will babysit instead, and it'll come.
Ooh. Down one kill. It was touch and go, a 3 versus 2 situation in favour of Fnatic, but somehow they make it work. The incendiary flashbang combo is enough to get them out of the difficult tight choke point there. Flames and flashbangs all over the place, and the defuse comes through after finding the initial couple of kills there, and Brolam couldn't find the shot. Nice defensive manoeuvre there. The full defuse had to come in with the 10 seconds. You're absolutely right there, and if that one defending player goes down, the round's over. But hitting the shot, keeping the money strong. They've actually forced out a very interesting scenario from Fnatic now. They've gone for the force buy here. They know the money's low on the CD side. They want to steal this round away, but Sterling hasn't missed many shots here today. This time unable to connect. Takes a little bit of damage from the grenades, and detecting faster play here allows them to control middle and to fall back to the site and get himself prepared with his teammates as they establish their crossfires.
Smoke toward the stairs. It's Sterling that's behind it, so he's got to be extremely careful. Dexter wants them to walk directly through to default. Close side of the wall. Crims must have just spotted him through the edge of the smoke. Looks like it's rounded off on the bottom. Sterling missing a shot. Broland's close. They're deep. Broland's going to take down Sterling. It's Orcus that has to work it back in with Malta, who's not yet in position on the flank. And MP9, he has to get close. Fortunately, he's been gifted the rite of passage to get that position, but no one really in front of him even when he gets there.
Yeah, what does he do with it? Unfortunately, this is the reset round as well as Fnatic are going to extend their lead 12-10. He's got no kit, no grenades, hoping to get $600 I guess off a kill here, but he's completely surrounded. Bit of a gamble there from Fnatic, but the objective was we can win this force buy, we break them financially, and it's a lot more difficult to recover that situation on the CT side than it is the T. So once that play here, 12-10 down, surely a timeout at this point. Let's have a chat, lads. You're looking down the barrel of exiting the tournament, and we haven't seen them use a timeout at all, I don't think. They don't want them yet. I guess maybe next round when they have a bit more cash, but Malta's only got 1,400. Sterling 1,600. They get 1,900 in the next round. They are still going to be in a very compromised position, but they go for the snake of death there, all the way towards middle. We used to see Virtus Pro run similar strategies on maps like Cobblestone. 4-5 in a line, and you hope mistakes are made and you can get some frags.
Is this what happens when Dick Stacy goes erect?
Pretty much.
They get in a nice line.
Yes. Very straight. Very coordinated.
He's certainly not the bell end in this, though.
Oh my goodness. That's not even an innuendo now.
There's not a few left then. Come on.
But here we go. The B-bomb's like really open. Bomb will be planted, round done. Twist looking for the ace. Could happen.
Twist certainly could have it happen if he was efficient with his bullet distribution, or even perhaps got the second kill. Not the first one. That's not enough for 5. Exist will get one further. Twist, Crims. Those are your 3 killers so far. Dick Stacy got the AK picked up. Wants to try and peek this out. Crosshair placement. Strafe. Doesn't matter. AWP there.
Decent attempt. Might be able to take down JW. Not quite. 13-10. Remember, they took an eco there. The money's still low. They might have to take another one here. If they force this one out, they could get 2 orbs. Dexter and Dick Stacy can drop those 2 weapons and have SMGs or pistols for everyone else. Or they take this round on the chin, which is looking likely. I'm seeing 5-7s purchased. And allow Fnatic to get 14 on the board. And really be in touching distance then of recovering this 0-2 deficit. They enter this stage of the tournament. So P50, 5-7s. Dick Stacy's got Kevlar USP. He's got residual cash, to be fair, but if you're going to invest 650 into the round, you might as well get a PT50 as well. Kevlar, not that exciting with just the USP, I'm afraid.
Crims does get Dexter down through the open door. He'll fall off the position. Dick Stacy's still inside of the stairs, boosted up. Self-boost, I should say, but up on top of the shelf nonetheless. He'll hold that position as well with the USP. Comes down to 1. Dick Stacy trades it off, but Twist immediately gets down the stairwell. Dick Stacy's going to go back up, but can't get there in time. Twist still ready for it. Good repeat. Good headshot. Twist drops. Bomb planted. Grayhound's going to try and pull back to the site. Dick Stacy's got utility, though. He's got a smoke. He's got armor. They don't have a kit. That's the biggest thing they're lacking at this point in time. Wow. 2-1. 3 is what I was going to say. He's got 3 kills in this round. Dick Stacy's going to try and go for this ace, but man, again, I pointed out there's no kit. He's going to have to be perfect, and now it is going to be the ace required. He's giving it a go. Smoke down. Molotov as well to clear off the bank stairwell, and a second smoke picked up to be sure that he can put that on top of the bomb. Tries to go hunting for further utility. 10 seconds required. He's actually not. Oh, he was on it. Excuse me. I thought he was just to the right of it. I thought he missed out exactly where it was, but Exist has him nonetheless.
Decent attempt, I have to say, but ultimately Fnatic's money is so strong at this point, it's not really going to be a huge talking point that they got a close round there with just the pistols. Dick Stacy, yes, impressive work after you got the AK, but doesn't really have any knock-on effects. He gets, I guess, $900 extra, but he already had lots of money. He probably dropped the AWP though. Maybe not. Sterling, actually, he should have dropped the AWP, to be honest, because Sterling has no utility whatsoever. And Dick Stacy's got 2k left over, so he definitely should have been dropping the weapon, but still, either way, let's get into it. Fnatic looking for series points and eliminating Grayhound out of the major. That just hit the train.
Yeah, it did. Well, we won't be hitting train on this series. Because it's not in the series. Hey, it's Mirage next. It would have been good if it was the 3rd map.
That would have been good.
Twist, he's got Urkist already. He's going to look for a little bit more as well as he puts the Molotov through the smoke. Dick Stacy waiting to hold off and help Malta, but looks away from it, expecting the Malta has vision. He doesn't. Now he realizes, oh yeah, sorry about that. Didn't know he got by. Sorry, you're dead. Exist gets Malta in return, and the bomb goes down. Fnatic might win the round on that alone.
And they've got an AWP, an AUG, and an incendiary to retake. I think they just had to save that and go for broke here. Dex is pretty far removed from the equation. 15-10, Fnatic look comfortable now. A lot of pressure released. This does not take them any further in terms of to the next stage of the tournament, but they have recovered now. Well, presumably I'm going to consider them finding the 16 run eventually, but there was 0-2 coming into this one, and now every game is an elimination one. So lots of counters try to be played.
It also means that every game is a best 3 for them here on out. It's a long task.
It's not the place you want to be, but if you're not feeling yourselves and you need to warm up and get used to this environment, whatever the problems are, you're going to get some practice here in the next few games. There's going to be plenty of best of threes, lots of Counter-Strike as they start to show us some of that Fnatic power that's been missing for the last couple of days. It's going to be Crims at the very top, 26 kills. He's had enough. Broland's up there as well. Those are the names you want at the very top. Last life for Grayhound. One round goes against them and they're going back home, I'm afraid. Orb is out for Sterling. He's had some great moments in this series, but hasn't quite been enough. The 3-man boost once again. Because will go up. He's got the FAMAS. And they get nothing for it, so they'll drop off early. Sterling will get one of these kills. Will he trade it out, though? I think he gets another one, you know. He's ready for it.
He is. He stayed aggressive. I think he was spotted. Yeah, he was. Still gets away with it. Crims couldn't find the angle. He's going to go for a third. Can't hit it. Twist gets him in the end. And it exists up near the site that will find Dick Stacy. Down back to a 3-on-3 as a result of that. And he's going to flash over top. No one able to push the truck. They don't have to commit, though. A minute to play with. Bombs the furthest back. They could rotate back over toward the B site. Exist is watching the flank. Twist with the AWP is focused still to pick. 2 AWPs on take, by the way. Good timing on that flash. Azurkis, these ops could find their way in. Dexter still holding behind the truck. Reveals that he's there. Couple shoulder shots toward JW. He'll put him down. Excuse me, it was Exist up close. JW still working in from long. Takes the shot but can't hit him. It's a 2-on-2. Twist with the AK-47 in hand. And Dexter slimily putting his way past the smoke, trying to be sneaky, to be coy. Dexter's got both as a result of it because Malta took the aggro and Grayhound will find round 11.
So touch and go there. I thought JW with that long pick had done enough, but very, very good, calm play there in the 2 versus 2. With the time running down, they knew they had them on the ropes there, and when the plant comes through, that's one player removed for 3.5 seconds there. He has to plant the bomb. Has a chance to get as close as you possibly can to the bomb planter, and then he manages to take both down. So not done just yet, but that has not broken Fnatic financially at all. Still have a lot of work to do here, and a couple of compromises at the same time. Because on the FAMAS, they still have the Orb of Sterling. As that's the smoke towards Monster Tunnel. That's actually going to be beneficial, as that's exactly where Fnatic are heading towards. Blocks their vision. But they're heading more into a default here. The 3-man stack coming in again. This time players on the other side. It'll be Dick Stacy to go up, but they're fumbling this line lead. He'll get something though. Nice work. That's going to call 3 players are there, but Fnatic can't really do much about that. They have no A presence at all. And JW is missing shots here as he goes down to 2 HP.
So they get caught in Dick Stacy's FAP, and it's got to give them 1 kill as they fall off. JW on 2 HP, a 5-on-4, and he's rotating back over to join Broland, who's been playing toward the bathrooms the whole time. The fact that they had the 3-man boost as well, that's identified, means that they're going to be light on this side of the map. Presumably, certainly with the contact at the back of the site, suggests 4 were over here, but they have had ample opportunity to rotate back. Dexter immediately removed by Broland. JW's gonna burn alive.
Yeah.
We said that Dick was on fire.
30 seconds remain. And Fnatic now, maybe starting to get a little bit worried. This won't be as easy as they thought. The Molotov designed to flush out the CT, but he saw it coming, didn't take any damage here. Gives up his position. There is a boost there, but will they be able to spot him? They will. Equalising the situation to a 3-on-3. Urka's the only player that's low, and he'll be punished for it. Sterling been great so far, but this could be it. I think we have to say an unfortunate goodbye, as Dick Stacy has to find all 3 here. They know exactly where he is. He would need the ace at this point. He throws a pistol down, and that is it. Fnatic will stay alive in the tournament. It wasn't an easy procedure and overpass, but they got the job done. And indeed, commiserations to Grayhound. They had some great maps here. They had some close calls. They should have beat Vitality yesterday, and unfortunately couldn't didn't get a map in the tournament, but still, I feel like they've got a lot of notes from this tournament. They've learned a lot. They're definitely capable of winning maps and taking down some big teams, but maybe not quite.
Not quite there. And I think there's a couple like incidents that highlight that. When you think